everyone, it's me, Aaron, Professor Thorgi, your guide to all things geeky. How are you today? I know the answer for a lot of people is not good. It is very obvious for anyone who has looked around online that this has been a heartbreaking last 48 hours. And I just wanted to make some kind of a video about that, which this is very different from anything I've ever done. This is not a comic class, this is not a game room, this is not Thorgi reviews. It's kind of a vlog, I guess. Not really, because I do kind of, it's not just me rambling up here. I am actually here for a reason today. Because at moments like this, people need entertainment. They need something to just help them get their minds off of what's going on. And don't worry guys, I'm not going to come in here and get political on you guys. I'm not coming in here today to go, we need to talk about the issues. People out there who are saying, listen, today we get up and we go back to work and we start fighting. Kudos to you, but there's a lot of other people out there who they just need some escapism right now. They just need to relax. They just need to laugh at the moment. And I'll be honest with you, last night when everything was going down, I was thinking about the fact that every single Wednesday I make a video. And I was thinking, I don't know if I can do that today. But I'm not trying to place extra importance on myself when I say this, but I called my dad up earlier today just to see how he was doing after the election. And he was alright. He was like, yeah, you know, it's a thing, alright. But after we got done talking, I didn't even bring up, like, me doing videos or anything like that, but after we got done talking, he just said, well, go out there, son, and keep the people entertained, keep them laughing, make some videos to liven people's moods. Because, yeah, he understands that at times like this, entertainment's important, and I have to realize that if I do want to become a YouTuber, that's the business I'm getting into. I'm getting into the business of actually trying to make people laugh, actually trying to keep people's spirits lifted. So he had a point. Yeah, so don't worry guys. Comic class, which normally comes out on Wednesday, it's going to be a little delayed because I myself need a little time to relax, but I still want to make this video. Just coming in here and saying to everybody out there who is so concerned at the moment, and honestly many of you are actually even fearing for your own lives right now, I just want to let you know my heart goes out to every single one of you, and I just want to say never forget for a second that people out there care about you. I know that after events like this, you might look around and think that everyone is against you, but never forget that there are other people in your corner. Even if they're people who you have never met, there are other people who are cheering you on just for continuing to survive. And that's what you need to do. I know that there are many people out there who are feeling incredibly depressed right now. If you need help at the moment, then there are people out there who can provide that assistance. If you need... Man, wow, I'm getting really serious on this. But if you do need assistance of any kind, I'm going to put in the description below just phone numbers for anyone that you need to call, and for any kind of a crisis helpline that you might need at the moment. But, as I said, it is very important for people at times like this to just laugh, to just try and keep their spirits high. So if you just need a day, a week, heck, even a month to just relax before you're just like, okay, I'm centered again and I can go back out there, I want to try and help you guys with that. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to continue to make videos, but also there are other people out there who are making incredibly entertaining stuff, and I just want to make a video in which I come out here and just basically say, hey man, when I'm feeling down, when I'm depressed, these are the people on YouTube, these are the people on the internet who I turn to. These are the people who keep my spirits uplifted. I know that you guys have already discovered countless people out there who are great at just being entertaining and they speak to you, so that's perfect. Share those with people that you know who you think might be upset. Don't share them in the comments below, because if you want to not be depressed today, for the love of God, don't read any YouTube comments. But yeah, so I just wanted to make a video where I come in and say, if you guys need to be picked up, listen, these are the people that picked me up. I'm going to make some recommendations of some other channels that you can follow, of some other like webcomics that you can go and read. So let's go ahead and get started with that. First up, here on YouTube, if you are a fan of video games, there are several people out there who I follow who, they might not be the most famous people out there, but they always crack me up whenever I watch them. The first ones that do that, it is a fighting game a fighting game YouTube channel. I'm trying to center myself here, guys. Okay. It is a fighting game YouTube channel, and I know you might be saying, well, I'm not really interested in fighting games. The two hosts of this show are so freaking hilarious that you can just have it on in the background and just listen to their conversations, and that's what always cracks me up about. So if you just want to see two incredibly crazy, wacky personalities trying to bounce off each other while they play fighting games, I would highly recommend the Super Couch Fighters. There they are. Go and check them out. It's run by these two guys, Brett and Santel. Brett is more the serious one. He's like, all right, let's try and get down to the basics of what makes this game good. And then Santel is just this incredibly crazy personality, and Brett just constantly tries to rein him in. It is just a delight to listen to. They play old fighting games. They play new fighting games. So they're there. There's also a Let's Play channel that I've been a fan of for a long time called Rage Select. But the thing that I'm going to recommend from them is actually going on iTunes and checking out the Rage Select podcast. They have a podcast that goes out every single week. It's incredibly informative, but also it's just humorous tales from their lives. Like, so often they just go off on tangents that have nothing to do with video games at all, just about their weekly experiences. And again, the host of the show, Jeff, is a great personality. He is just a wonderful guy to have on air. And when he's angry, he helps me get out my feelings. When he's happy about something, it's contagious. He's just one of those guys who it's a pleasure to listen to. So if you want to check out their YouTube channel, it's right there. But also go on iTunes, check out the Rage Select podcast. Also, this guy is famous. You guys probably all know Jesse Cox. However, over the past 48 hours, just to help myself kind of get through this, I've been going back and watching some of his Spooky Game Squad, where it's him and a couple of other YouTube personalities playing through scary games. I've been watching their Until Dawn playthrough, and I've just had a blast with that. But also he has a series called Multiplayer Mayhem, where it is just him and two other guys getting furious at each other in multiplayer games. I cannot stop laughing at that. So I'm going to have the Scary Game Squad here and the Multiplayer Mayhem right here. So if you guys want to check out either of those, there they go. Okay, and the last one, I just discovered these guys not long ago. Screw Attack, for many people who know. They recently changed their channel around a lot, and a lot of their video game personalities left and created a new channel called Game Attack, and they do short Let's Plays of multiplayer games. And again, it's just guys screaming at each other and just being enraged, which I know there's a lot of people out there who think that's dumb. It never fails to crack me up. So if that's something that makes you laugh, they did an episode on Overcooked, which is the greatest multiplayer game of the year. Check that out right there. I'm going to link you to that specific video because it had me rolling. There you go. Enjoy that. Okay. Now for anybody out there who is not into video games at all, and you're like, well, what about movies? I want something that has to do with movies to distract me. There is a movie review podcast that I listen to. However, they also have a YouTube channel here called Double Toasted. There are a couple of guys, if you are familiar with Spill, the old movie review website, this is what those guys did after they left Spill. And again, great personalities. The host Corey and his co-host Martin, they just are constantly bouncing off each other. They are the perfect pair to go head-to-head every single week on these reviews. They are guys who, whenever they review a terrible film, it is their best reviews ever. But they also really get you interested in the really good movies. Like when they're reviewing truly great films that are going to one day become classics, they get really in-depth in. They are really knowledgeable people. So if you want a movie review podcast that's going to make you laugh, but at the same time also, make you think and make you really appreciate movies, then there's the link to their YouTube channel. If you like it, then again, check them out on SoundCloud at Double Toasted or at doubletoasted.com. And lastly, I know that there are some people out there, in fact, the vast majority of the people on my channel are here because they absolutely love comic books. And if you are a fan of comic books, that's going to be a little bit hard for me to recommend to you people, simply because I'm trying to give you free suggestions, things that you don't have to go out there and buy or spend money on, so that way, if all you have is an internet connection, you can still enjoy this. And most comic books cost money. However, there are 2 webcomics out there, absolutely free. You can watch them right now. You can read them right now for free. And they are 2 just slice of life webcomics. Like, they're not high stakes, they're not really intense, they're just very pleasant. Just things that help you get through the day, starring very upbeat characters, great dynamics between everyone, really enjoyable upbeat art styles. One of them I have already talked about on this show. It is called Lucky Penny. Now, I suggested everybody go out there and buy the trade for it. That was before I actually knew that was also a webcomic. So if you could not afford that trade when I suggested it, you can actually go on their website and just read everything there. Just type in Lucky Penny. Again, I will have the link to that in the comments down below. Not comments. Don't read the comments, guys. In the description down below. And basically it is about a girl who has the worst luck in the world. Like, almost like supernatural levels of bad luck. Like, the stuff that keeps happening to her are like, how on earth could these things possibly keep going wrong? But it's her looking for love, trying to find a job. Basically, again, as I said, it's a slice of life book. But it is incredibly upbeat. It will just make you feel good. And at a time like this, I think that's what we need. The other one that I will recommend, it's called Octopus Pie, which Image Comics recently bought the publishing rights to it and started putting every single one of the webcomics out in actual physical forms, and that's how I became aware of it. Again, this is another one of those books that I didn't even know was a webcomic when I started buying it. But yeah, so if you can't afford the trades, again, it's a webcomic. I'll have a link to it in the descriptions down below. But Octopus Pie is just wow, this is the most slice of life out of any of the books I'm ever going to talk about, because it really is just about a girl, late 20s, working in a grocery store, old friend of hers moves back into town. She's a bit of a pothead, so she's kind of crazy and zany and kooky, and she moves in with her, and so does her boyfriend, and then they start meeting other people, and they start joining the cast. Really, there is like no big pitch for the book. It's just, again, characters who you really get invested in. These are characters who, as you read the book, at first I was like, I don't really know how I feel about these characters. They're alright, I guess. But that's kind of how I feel about every webcomic when I start reading it. But it typically takes me a couple of months to really get attached to the characters. In this one, after just a couple of weeks, I was already attached. After just a couple of pages into this book, I was like, oh, I'm starting to get these characters. Oh, okay, these jokes are pretty witty. It is an incredibly witty book. So if you really do just want a book that's just going to make you laugh at life, and also give you characters that you do grow attached to, all their kooks, all their zany antics, then Octopus Pie, that is one of those books that when I was reading it, I was just absolutely in love with it. I couldn't stop praising it all over Twitter. And as I said, it is a webcomic and you can read it all for free. So those are just my suggestions of things that, as I said, they always cheer me up. Whenever I need to feel better, that's what makes me feel better. So if you right now today are in that mood where you just need something to distract you, just something to make you feel better, as I said, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to start making videos. The rest of this week, I'm going to have videos going up as per usual. I'm going to try and keep you guys entertained. But to hold you guys off until then, that is what I will recommend to everyone. So again, let's all just try and get along. Let's all just try and realize that we're all in very fragile places right now and help each other out in whatever ways that we can. We are all just trying to come together right now, and we're trying to help each other grow and protect each other. That's really the best thing that I can say. And I'm not saying protect each other like jump out there with a trash can shield to defend whoever needs it. Sometimes protecting another person can simply be just being there to support them. So if you know someone out there who is really in a damaged state this morning, then just be them. Just be there for them. I'm sorry that I'm doing this whole video with no cuts in it. Normally, it would be way smoother and I would make way more sense and I wouldn't repeat myself so much. But, I don't know, I felt it was more effective if I just don't make any cuts. That's what film school taught me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you guys for watching this. Let's try and feel better. That's all I can say. Just try and be there for each other. That's all. I'll have a way better sign off tomorrow. I swear to God, I will. Starting tomorrow, I'm going back to normal. I'm going to entertain the crap out of you guys. So if you're ready for that, enjoy. Also, you know what? After this video goes up today, just to try and help you guys out some more, I have a Twitch account. I have a Twitch account over at twitch.tv/Professor Thorgi. I stream video games there every now and again. I'm still fairly new to it, just done it a few times. But I'll tell you what, after this video goes up, I'm going to go over on Twitch. We're just going to spend the rest of the night just chilling out there, just hanging, just playing video games. As I said, not talking about politics, not talking about anything. We are just going to have a good old time over there. So if you guys want to join me over there, again, twitch.tv/Professor Thorgi. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Be strong for each other. Bye.